Ladies and gentlemen, I am SidAlpha. For literally decades, there have been modders within the PC gaming community. Fans with technical know-how that have in the past done everything from adding more items and variety to a world, to texture and graphical improvements, to fixing bugs within a game that the original developers either were unaware of or simply didn't care about, even to the point where some games have undergone total conversion mods. I recall some of my more favorite mods in the past were texture and graphical upgrades for games like X-Wing Alliance and Morrowind. Also, I personally made use of mods that repaired the unfinished and completely broken Knights of the Old Republic 2 when it first came out. That game had a dialogue options bug that would not allow you to progress in the game at one point. Hell, it wouldn't even let you out of the dialogue option themselves, it just went into an infinite loop. Wing Commander Saga: The Darkest Dawn was a fan-made total conversion mod of Free Space 2, and FYI, if you are a fan of Space Sims and the old Wing Commander series, I can't recommend that game enough. Plus, it's 100% free, and those that developed the game released the modding tools necessary for modders to create their own campaigns. It was a fantastic game and an even more fantastic achievement. Actually, I should really do a Diamond Devs series on that game now that I think about it. Needless to say, modders and their fantastic creations have become so widely accepted that within recent years, we've even seen pushes to bring modding to console gaming on both the Xbox and PlayStation platforms. Also, one aspect of modding that has been around for about a decade has been the modding community within the Grand Theft Auto franchise. One of the preeminent modding tools for Grand Theft Auto V is OpenIV, a tool that should be held up as a prime example of modders plying their trade the right way. They ensured their tool operated for the single-player component of the game only, making certain that it would not be used for cheating in the online component of the game. Also, OpenIV made certain that original game code was never distributed to the public, and what is called cleanroom design was used to reverse engineer game code in order to entirely avoid any potential of copyright infringement. It has even been reported that OpenIV adhered to the civil code of Russia in their desire to maintain legitimacy. And it worked. As a modding tool and community, they were fantastic. Hell, I've used a few of the mods myself when I got bored with a game, which for me happened in about an hour. However, yesterday it was announced that on the 5th of June, OpenIV received a Cease and Desist letter from Take-Two Interactive. Of course, the full contents of the letter have not entered the public domain, but the OpenIV team had stated that Take-Two had shown such little regard for the modding team that the letter was both technically and grammatically illiterate, citing one line from the letter that read, "Allow third parties to defeat security features of its software and modify that software in violation Take-Two's rights." Not in violation of or modify the software violating, but violate Take-Two's rights. Now, modding has always enjoyed the legal gray area of fair use, something that modders and YouTubers have very much in common. These mods are neither legal nor illegal, and much like YouTube and Twitch content creators in relation to video games, no one has been willing or able to put fair use to the test within the courtroom on either side of the fence. Modders and YouTubers have traditionally been loath to do so due to the exceptionally deep pockets of the games industry corporations. To engage them in a protracted legal battle would be to risk bleeding oneself dry while the game companies sit back and patiently extend litigation out to the end of time, running their opponents out of money. Whereas on the other side of the argument, games companies have traditionally been extremely hesitant to engage modders due to the giant public relations backlash that would ensue, and as it turns out, that fear was extremely justified. Reviews on Steam for Grand Theft Auto V have turned steeply towards the negative, with a full 73% of the 18,000 reviews over the past 30 days being negative. And I would be willing to bet that around 90 to 95% of those negative reviews occurred within the last 36 hours. And even though Take-Two has yet to speak publicly about this issue, about an hour ago, Rockstar released the following. Take-Two's actions were not specifically targeting single-player mods. Unfortunately, OpenIV enables recent malicious mods that allows harassment of players and interferes with GTA Online experience for everybody. We are working to figure out how we can continue to support the creative community without negatively impacting our players. So while it seems Take-Two Interactive's exceptionally poorly worded actions have threatened OpenIV into submission, it also appears to stem from the software interacting with the online component of the game, which makes a great deal more sense than the gibberish that Take-Two sent to OpenIV. Rockstar, a company that has traditionally been very modder-friendly, seems to be well aware of what is happening and I would hope that, as a show of good faith, the developers will work with Open4 to rectify the issue and allow them to continue doing what modders do best: create new content for the game and the community that they love. And for those of you that have not had the pleasure of encountering game mods, I would most definitely look into it. One thing that both games companies and their customers can traditionally agree on, at least in the PC gaming community, is that modders continue to breathe life into a game well after when it normally would have been laid to rest. With bug fixes, additional items, texture packs, map packs, and even entire missions and campaigns, and total conversion mods, mods and modders allow us to continue to experience new and fresh content in the world that we love with the characters that we love. Now, I'm not saying you should go hug a modder or anything, but maybe you should go hug a modder or something. Maybe go to Open4 or Nexus Mods and remind them how much you appreciate all they do, and especially let Open4 know that they are not alone in this, and the community that has benefited from all of their tireless work over the years fully intends to support them however they might need. There has even been a Change.org petition, and in the spirit of things, I have signed the petition and have donated to help boost visibility to others. For anyone wishing to do the same, or at least wishing to show moral support, I will have a link for that down in the description below. Also, please let me know what you think about all of this down in the comments. And if you're new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe if you feel that I've earned your support in any way at all in order to stay up to date on the latest in gaming news and reviews. If you want to support my channel even further, links to my Patreon, Steam Curator page, and social medias are in the description below. It was pointed out to me that the link for Reddit was set to my user profile and not my community page, so that has been updated, and you have my apologies for the mix-up on that. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I am SidAlpha, and I'll see you next time.